Hey guys, what's up? What's up, everybody? This is April with astrolada.com, and I'm doing a weekly horoscope for you guys for December 28th through January 4th, 2019. So, the last coffee talk of the year. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it? Oh my goodness. So, this is the last one of the year. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody, whatever you celebrate, I hope you're having a great season. And thank you guys for rocking with me. I've been here on Astrolada for almost 2 years now, doing my weekly horoscopes for, close to that amount of time too. So, thank you guys for being here. What's up, Olche? I see you. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm still in the process of transitioning to a new place and everything. So thanks for asking. Everything's almost finalized. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, so happy New Year, everybody. From a couple days from now, from when I'm recording this, it will be the new year. 2019 is going to be a universal number 3 year in numerology. So go look up what that means. It's a little bit more of a lighthearted energy than a number 2 year, which 2018 was, from my understanding. Number 2 is like, I've also seen in some numerology, it vibrates like a Cancerian energy, like a moon energy. It's very emotional, And number 3 is a little bit more lighthearted. It's a little more like on the vibration, kind of like Gemini-ish, like more communicative and a little more happy. You know what I'm saying? A little more happy. So, well, good luck to you, Art. Good luck. Okay. All right, guys. So I don't really have that much time. I have a lot of stuff still on my agenda. It's still the 28th of December where I'm at. And I've got a lot of things going on. So let's just talk about what's coming up between December 28th, 2018 and January 4th, 2019. Including, I'm going to show you guys what's going on in the sky New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Because a lot of people, they go out and they celebrate the new year. The last day of the year and then the first day of the calendar year too. And so I wanted to see, like, what's the energy going to be like? Like, what's going to be in the air and the sky, when everybody's going out and celebrating and stuff. So we'll take a look at that. I will see if I have time to go through the signs with, let's see, we have Mars entering Aries. That's like the planetary ingress for this period of time that I'm covering. So I'll see if I have time to go through all the signs. If not, maybe I can do that next week for you guys. Oh, actually, next week is the eclipse. Oh, we got to cover that. Oh, hey, what's up, Kate? Oh, my girl Kate is here. What's up? Okay, so yeah, let's just talk. Let's talk about the energies. So yeah, December 31st, 2018, last day of 2018, Mars enters Aries. So that means that the new year really kicks off with a strong presence, okay, of let's get things going, let's get things moving, okay? Because Mars will be in its home sign of Aries. Mars rules Aries and it co-rules Scorpio too. It gives both signs their passion and their extreme like drive, to go after what they want. So Mars is at home in Aries big time. So that means people are going to be a little more pushy. Mars in Pisces is that Michael Jackson, I'm a lover, not a fighter energy. It wants to fight, but it's like, nah, it turns around. It's like, nah, I'd rather just sleep, or I'd rather just, escape and run away and hide or something. You know what I mean? But Mars in Aries is head on, okay? Head first into things. It's adventurous too. It's an adventurous energy. It's very curious. It's very, let me just check it out and see for myself what happens. And then you bonk your head and then, oh, wow. Oh, maybe that was stupid. Oh, well, I think I might do it again. Bonk. That's kind of what Mars and Aries makes you think of. So Mars enters Aries on December 31st, and it'll be there until Valentine's Day, until February 14th. So for a whole exact month and a half, we'll have Mars in Aries. So I'll go through all the signs very quickly, very briefly in just a bit, and let you guys know where your physical energy and your physical drive is going to be heightened more. Okay. And who's going to feel it the most? So on January 1st, the very next day, we have the Sun conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. So we're already having this build up. Sun conjunct Saturn. The Sun and Saturn, I look at those two together as when they work together, it is very like presidential in a way. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like a really a strong authoritative leader, you know, that just wants to be on the top dog, and yeah, it's a get things done energy to excuse me, oh my god, it's also a get things done energy. The Sun conjunct Saturn, it's more like sit down and do your work, sit down and do your job. It's very grounding, it's very authoritative, it's very like I'm gonna check you on your actions. So pretty much it's on January 1st, really late at night where I'm at. It may be January 2nd in some other places you guys are at in the world to when that exact conjunction occurs. But it's just funny. It makes me think of New Year's Eve, woo, party, right? Especially Mars slipping into Aries. Woo, party time. Let's do some dumb stuff. Then the next day, Sun conjunct Saturn, big time hangover. Like Saturn is like that strict parent is like, I told you so. I told you not to drink that much. And it's like, oh my gosh, like waking up and like, oh, where am I? What did I do? And then looking at your bank account, like, oh my God, I really spent that much, because this is happening in Capricorn, which is an earth sign, a money sign, which is about investing your money and saving your money and spending it on things that are really, what's the word I'm looking for? Spending it on things that are of value, and they can like have longevity as far as their value. You know what I mean? It's not just like fly by night, fly in the wind, you know, stuff flying away. Saturn and Capricorn energy is about like, you take your time to pick out things before you buy them, and you make wise decisions with your money. But on New Year's Eve, what do people like to do? Just blow their money, drink a lot, you know, things like that. So the very next day, you could be feeling like you have an invisible dad on your back. Or if you do have your pops still around, maybe he might be like, so what did you do last night? What dumb stuff did you do? And you'll actually feel like an authority figure, a parent or somebody embody the energy of the Sun and Saturn and Capricorn and ask you those questions for real in real life. Like, what did you do last night? And that was dumb. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, that's the Sun conjunct Saturn. But other than that, if you don't really party or anything, that energy is very good for sitting down and planning out your New Year's goals. A lot of people love to do New Year's resolutions. That's because, you know, before the new year starts, and even when it does start, we're in Capricorn season. Capricorn is the sign of success and goals and climbing the high mountains, no matter how rocky they are, to get to that highest point of success. It's the highest point in the zodiac, on the zodiac wheel. It corresponds to the 10th house in your own personal zodiac, your own personal chart. So, and it's at the very top, right? So what do you got to do to get to the top, literally? You know, so that's what Capricorn is about. Saturn's about that. The Sun is a very powerful, masculine, like, let's get things done and let's lead and let's shine energy. And then Saturn is about the hard work it takes to get there. So it's a very good day for sitting down and planning out your year. And even like a 5-year plan. When I think of Capricorn, I think of like that term, what's your 5-year plan? Capricorns love to ask people those questions, right? So you may be asking yourself that, what's my 5-year plan? And have the energy to sit and actually go through that. So yeah, that's the Sun conjunct Saturn in Capricorn on the 1st of January. Really, really good day for getting work done. A lot of places are closed, businesses are closed and everything. So, you know, because of that, it is probably going to be more in your personal life where you're going to be doing this. But as I always say with transits, you guys, when I give exact dates, that's like when the energy is the strongest and most potent. But don't forget that even a few days before and a few days after the date of a transit that we give, you'll still feel it. You know, it'll just like either be building up or it'll be dissipating. So yeah. And then on the 4th of January, this is when the Mercury goes into Capricorn. So Mercury is what we're talking about. It's what we're thinking about the most. It's the conversations that you hear around you. What are they mostly going to be focused on? And it's going to be Capricorn stuff. So we've got like this uber Capricorn energy in the air the first week of the year. And we have this Aries energy too, you know. So I'll show you guys the chart. Let me show you guys the chart right now that we're working with for the year ending, the current year ending and the new year starting. There's a lot of good energy that's excellent for goals, excellent for your goals. Okay, so let me show you guys really quick. And then I'll talk about Mars and Aries. And I do apologize. I will not have time to cover a celebrity chart this week. But what I want to tell you guys is if you have any suggestions, if you have anybody that you guys are curious about, any celebrity or any couple, please let me know in the chat and or in the, you know, after this has been recorded and not live anymore, let me know in the comments who you guys would like me to cover the next time I come on as far as celebrities, okay? Like, see what's going on in their natal chart and in their transits, like if they're wilding out or if somebody just got married or engaged or something. Like I just heard about Miley Cyrus and her dude, you know, they secretly got married or whatever. So whoever you guys are interested in, please let me know and I'll prepare something for the next broadcast, okay? Okay, so this is December 31st of 2018. This is 11. I think this is either Pacific or Mountain Time, you guys, that this is on. But here's the universal time or whatever. Okay, so December 31st. This is New Year's Eve. Party time. Excellent. Woo, 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 right? So we are going to end the year with the moon in Scorpio. And we're going to start the year with the moon in Scorpio still. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, the moon's in Scorpio. Usually that's like a super brooding, moody moon that just kind of wants to be in its feelings. You know, it's not really about the party. It's about keeping to yourself and being private. But you know what? The moon will be in a conjunction with Venus. More than likely, yeah, this is a very wide conjunction. I put this close to midnight, like on the west coast of the US time. Close to midnight. But you know, like a couple hours before, let's see like the east coast of the US. Yeah, the moon is still in a wide conjunction with Venus, but moon and Venus in Scorpio, that's intensity, but it could be good for those who are trying to get, you know, have a little fun on New Year's Eve in a Scorpio way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it could be good for that. But moon and Venus together is generally a very pleasant energy. And the moon will be in a trine to Neptune. And you know, Neptune rules substances, you know, alcohol, drugs, or whatever. So this is a trine, which is a beautiful aspect for just kind of getting lost outside of reality and everything, enjoying yourself, maybe turning up a little bit, turning back a couple drinks. But even a trine can make people kind of overdo it a little bit. We have Jupiter inching towards a square to Neptune, which I spoke about this, I think, in my Jupiter webinar. Jupiter square Neptune. This is going to be popping up throughout the whole year of 2019. This can be an overdoing it with the substances and partying type of an energy. Okay, so just be wise, be careful, and be aware of consequences and boundaries and limitations. Okay. But yeah, the moon is working very beautifully with Neptune here. What else we got going on? Venus will be making a great trine to the North Node. Mercury is still in Sagittarius, which is a party time, excellent sign. Okay, so our minds are going to be on partying December 31st still. The sun is inching towards that conjunction with Saturn, though, so maybe that can help out with balancing out the energies of wanting to lose control and, you know, wanting to just kind of party and not really care about putting limitations on things. Saturn is about those limitations. So Saturn, Sun conjunct Saturn in Capricorn may help you guys, or help whoever is out there, to still, you know, say, hold on, let me think twice about what I'm doing before I jump in and do anything dumb, right? Okay. And then let's move on to January 1st. We still have the moon and Venus together through the whole entire day. Okay. We're going to end that day with the moon and Venus together, in beautiful harmony with Chiron and the North Node. So maybe it can bring like some healing of some issues that have to do with relationships with people too. That's what this can be. And it can be very karmic, very fated for some people. Maybe they start the new year with letting go of a relationship, but it could be karmic and fated. And it's something that ends up being beautiful and transformational for you, because this is in Scorpio, the sign of transformation. Or maybe taking a relationship to a new intimate level, that's healing and karmic in some way. It can go either way. And then, yeah, Jupiter turns to 12 degrees of Sag on January 1st. And so it's really even closer to squaring Neptune, but we'll cover that another day. But yep, Mercury's still in Sagittarius, people still wanting to kind of party and talk in a positive, happy, motivated way about their goals and everything. I'm so excited for the new year. Whenever you hear people always say, I'm so excited, they usually have some Sagittarius, a strong Jupiter placement, or a ninth house placement. I'm so excited. So yeah, this is how we're talking and thinking. Still very excited about the new year beginning. But then we have the Sun conjunct Saturn, which is going to keep us hopefully still grounded here in reality. Still like, you know what? I want to have a good time. Or I did have a good time. But now it's back to business. Now it's back to figuring out this whole year, what do I want to do with it going forward? And this can be a little bit of a Debbie Downer energy too. Yeah, it can. Some people get depression when there's a Sun and Saturn conjunction. So, don't get too caught up, you guys, in stuff like that. As far as like, Saturn and Capricorn's energy can put a lot of pressure on others, or you can put a lot of pressure on yourself. Some people could be thinking about, oh my God, this last year, 2018, it was so horrible. I didn't even achieve all that I wanted to. And wow, some people can get caught up in that. But don't go too much in that direction. Maybe think about your failures and things, but think about them, but tune in and tap into Mercury still being in Sagittarius to think about how you can turn that around. And, think about it in a more positive light. Well, I didn't achieve everything I wanted to in 2018, but 2019, I have a chance to start all over. It's a fresh new year. It's a number 3 energy. It's more lighthearted. It's more like mercurial in nature. So, let me tap into that. Let me start fresh with my list of goals and keep it moving. So that's just a little bit about, what the energies will be like on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So partying, yes, but Saturn will check you, or it may have you checking yourself, which I hope that's what happens. And there's going to be there's always a lot of cops out. I noticed that on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, a lot of cops out, but trust me, they're going to be even more harsh. They're going to be even more harsh with the Sun and Saturn conjunction. So the punishments can be even more severe. They're not going to be, because Saturn and Capricorn rules authority and the government, and it can rule cops too, Okay. So hold on, let me go back to you guys. Okay. So yeah, that's the energy of New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Mars is going to be in Aries. So like I said, and it's fresh into Aries, 0 degrees. So it's like very motivational to really go after things. It will be kind of, no, that's not for like another week or so after. So I won't mention that. Okay. So, yeah, that's what the energy is going to be like this week. So like I said, we got Mars in Aries, Sun conjunct Saturn, Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn, lots of go-getter, goal-getter energy that's very, very serious. We had Mercury in Sag, and then, Mars in Pisces. That's all like party energy. But the first month of the year, pretty serious stuff going on, you guys. And then next week, after I should be here next week. And if I am, I'll talk about the eclipse in Capricorn. That's going to be serious stuff too. Serious business. Okay. So Mars and Aries through the signs. Let me just talk about it really quick here, you guys. So if you are an Aries rising, Aries sun, or Aries moon, Mars is in your sign, in its home sign. You will feel like yourself big time. Try not to be too pushy. Try not to be too impatient, rushing people, you know, thinking everybody's on your time. People still have their own time. They still have their own agenda, Aries people, okay? But it's a really good energy when Mars is in your sign to do physical activities. Physical activities, get that energy out through doing just that. You'll feel so energized, and you will really be like those people that are in the gym for your New Year's resolution and be for real about it, all about it, like bout it. Okay. Does anybody remember that? You're going to be bout it, Aries, in more ways than one. But Mars in your sign can make you a little bit more combative and you know, attract conflict to you, even if you're kind of chilling and being peaceful. It's like you're wearing Mars on you, like it's like on your clothing, you know what I mean? You'll probably want to wear red a little more too, Aries. And and you'll probably be driving faster, moving faster, you know, more get up and go energy. So yeah, it's great for physical activity, going after what you want, pursuing people and things that you want. But it can be a little bit harder to control your anger, and you can attract you know, people being angry towards you. You can attract injuries and stuff. So just be very aware of the fact that all this Mars energy is like, you know, within you and radiating off of you for like the next month and a half. All right, so that's for Aries people. If you're a Taurus sun, rising, or moon, Mars in Aries is going to be in your 12th house. So this is a more quiet area for you as a Taurus. Mars in the 12th, it can be a little reckless, to be honest, because Mars is a circle with an arrow. The arrow has to have a sense of direction, and the 12th house lacks direction. It dissolves your sense of direction. So you may be a little bit more, you know, like confused about which way to go, like mentally, but also it can be easy to get lost physically if you're going places, Taurus. So just be aware of that. Mars in the 12th is more about like not executing plans, but maybe like strategizing and figuring out what your next moves are, because then in February, when it goes into Taurus, like mid-February, that's the time to execute your plans. But the strategizing and what am I going to do, you know, and figuring things out, that's more like Mars in that hidden 12th house, what you're going to be doing. Your energy levels may dissipate. Mars in Aries is super hyped, super charged and on its own. But for you as a Taurus, though, it's in a place that is not very energetic. It's more about like sleep and relaxation and retreating away, and, you know, maybe applying physical energy to 12th house activities, which include dance, music, yoga, and like martial arts. Those could be things that you can dive into as a Taurus, that this energy could be used for in a positive way. Okay, so Gemini. So if you're a Gemini rising, sun, or moon, Mars and Aries will be in your 11th house, which is the house of friends and groups that you participate in things with, and networks of people that you have. That can even mean like your company that you work for, corporation you work for. So some like colleagues and acquaintances could be 11th house too. So you may be very socially active, Gemini. You may be out there physically doing things, gathering people together, groups of friends, going out and doing Mars-like things together, Aries stuff together, like maybe getting together to go to the shooting range, or getting together to go hiking or climbing mountains or something, you know, going on group motorcycle rides, stuff like that. Aries activities with friends. But just be cautious, because this energy can be combative. It can be abrasive. And that's the way that you may be towards friends or groups of people. And also the 11th house is social media. It's the internet. So you may easily get into fights with people on the internet when Mars is in your 11th house, Gemini. And you guys tend to talk a lot and usually be on social media and talking, you know, typing, texting, whatever. So just be mindful that you can attract conflict, or you can easily get agitated and cause conflict online with others or with friends in person or groups of people in person. Okay. All right. So next is Cancer. If you're a Cancer rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is in your 10th house, which is your career, your public image. It's authority figures too, and it's your own sense of authority. It can be parental figures as well if you're still a very young Cancer and you deal with your parents. So Mars in the 10th, this is really good energy to be a go-getter towards your career goals, Cancer. You guys may be super busy at work if you have a career and you're actively working towards it. Super busy. You're going to be on call. You're going to be in high demand, maybe working a lot of overtime. This is an overtime transit right here. Or there could be some goals that you want to meet personally that you have a lot of action and energy that you're putting towards it and executing things, Now, Mars in the 10th, it can cause conflicts with authority figures and parents and the government and police officers and stuff like that. So just be aware of that, Cancer. Okay, just be aware of that. But if you have things to accomplish, goals, you'll be willing to climb that mountain to get to the top of them, however, and do whatever it takes. All right. So yeah, just clashes with people who are in charge can happen though. Okay. So try to keep your bossiness under control for Cancer people. So if you're a Leo rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries will be in your 9th house. I mean, there's not really much negative things I could say about this transit, Leo. You're lucky because this is a fire sign, a fellow fire sign. You're of the fire element too. So you're going to be super activated physically, charged physically. You know what I mean? Just by Mars being in a fellow element. Now, the 9th house in itself is travel and adventure and brand new experiences that you've never had before. So that's where all your action's going to be put towards. You could be going out and mountain climbing, working out more, traveling even. A lot of people travel when Mars is in their 9th house. I guess the conflict thing that Mars and Aries can cause maybe with you is like foreign conflict amongst foreigners if you do travel, or people within the school environment if you go to school. But other than that, even if you don't travel, you'll still want to do some adventurous stuff. You want to get out and explore the environment around you. You know what I mean? So it could be a pretty fun transit for Leos. So if you're a Virgo rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is going to be in your 8th house. For you guys, you'll have a lot of maybe energy towards your intimate life. If you have one of those, if you're a Virgo who's lucky enough to have that, you'll put lots of drive, lots of energy there. You know what I'm saying? Mars in the 8th, it can cause you to maybe have conflicts with people in regards to joint finances. Like even if you're a roommate with someone and you guys pay rent together, there could be a possibility that maybe there's a challenge with that. You guys can maybe get into an argument or something, hopefully not, but I'm just letting you know. I let you know the good and the bad. You guys know me by now, right? But it can help you tackle things. 8th house can deal with debt, like credit and credit cards and loans and money that you owe, like that you've borrowed from people. Mars makes you like want to tackle that stuff, whatever is on your credit and just plow through it, like, and knock it out, get it paid. If people owe you money, you may be chasing after them with Mars in the 8th. You guys may turn into big perm. Okay. And the 8th house is a water house. It is emotions. This is a playing with my money, is playing with my emotions transit. Okay. So you guys may be like, where's it at? You owe me. But to other people that you owe, you maybe can get into it with some debtors, or creditors, with some creditors, maybe they'll start calling you, harassing you a little more. But like I said, you'll have energy to like say, you know what, I don't want to deal with these phone calls anymore. So I'm just going to knock out these debts and just get them, done, taken care of. So that's what it is for Virgo. So Libra, so if you're Libra rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is in your 7th house, which is relationships with other people. This could be good or bad. Passion is Mars, and you can have very passionate energy applied towards your relationship in a good way, okay, for Libra people. But also conflicts is Mars, you know, and the seventh house is others. So you can either receive more combative energy from others, even if you're just chilling, being a peaceful, you know, neutral Libra, people will still Mars arrow like jarring at you from others, you know. Or maybe you will just feel like, you know what, there's something, I'm usually very passive, but I'm not going to let people get away with stuff anymore. I have something to say. And it's going to give you the energy to speak up and speak out about things that really need it, you know, that maybe you usually just kind of chill and sit on them and, oh no, it's fine. No, Libra, you're not going to be like that very much when Mars is in Aries towards other people. You're gonna be like, no, this is not fine. This is not okay. And I'm going to tell you about it. So it's either you have that attitude or others have that attitude towards you. But Mars in the seventh, yeah, it can just be other people are agitating. They get on your nerves. You'll just really have to keep that in mind, that you have to work a little harder to keep the peace. You're very good at keeping the peace, Libra, but it'll be a little harder for you when Mars is in Aries, to be honest. But maybe if there's any problems or issues within your relationships with others, you'll have the power and the energy and the drive to go after a resolution, to find a solution to it, and try to compromise and meet in the middle and work things out, you know. So that's what it is for Libra. So for Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is in your 6th house for a month and a half. That is work and health. So a couple things here, Scorpio. Listen, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I'm a Scorpio rising, so, you know, I'm your peoples here, Scorpio. Whenever Mars has transited in my 6th house, but see, it also depends on how your chart is set up too. This is the ruler of your 6th house transiting through the 6th house. So you could be working lots of overtime. That could be volunteering to work that overtime, or you're just going to be called upon. Scorpio, we need you for this. We need you over here. We need you to do this. We need you to do this. And you're going to be pulled in all these different directions and like, okay, I'm on it. That's all your physical energy applied to work. You could be in high demand, and that could be good money-wise. You know, you got Jupiter in your 2nd house. Mercury's there for a hot second for a little bit while Mars is in Aries at the same time. So working very hard and maybe reaping rewards, you know. But at the same time, Mars is conflict. And this is the workplace. And I will tell you guys, you go through this every 2 to 2.5 years, Mars being in your 6th house. And every time I was on the verge of getting fired, or I was always getting written up, all of a sudden out of nowhere, everything I did was a big problem when I work for other people. Whenever I look back to those time frames, Mars was in my 6th house. Okay, so you can easily get into conflicts at work, attract it, and maybe even initiate it. So please try to keep this in mind. If you're a working Scorpio, you want to keep your job, you know what I'm saying? You like your money to keep coming in. Mars in your 6th, it may be a little difficult to get along with anyone in the work environment. That can mean even customers, clients, people that you deal with, managers, coworkers. It doesn't matter. So just really work hard to keep the peace and mind your business like you usually do, Scorpio, and just do your work the best that you can to your, if any problems come up, Mars in your 6th will have you tackling them easily, because this is the house of problem solving too, the 6th house. Problems come up, you realize I'm on it. You know what? I dug and I got the answer and I fixed it. You know what I mean? So there's still some good to it. With it being health, be aware of things that can pop up like inflammations and stuff like that, because Mars is a hot energy, and this is in your house of health. So just try to be cautious of what you eat, and you can have maybe rashes or things may flare up in your 6th house. So just really take care of yourself. Take care of your health when Mars is in your 6th. Okay, Scorpio? All right. So Sagittarius, rising, sun, or moon. Mars in Aries is in your 5th house. Another fellow fire sign having a grand old time. Let me tell you, Mars in the 5th. Yes. So it's fun. It's energy and drive and action being applied towards dating. your dating life. You may be in hot pursuit, or what's the word, on the prowl, Sagittarius, feeling much more flirty. The downside to this is the fifth house is children. So if you are a Sag and you have children, your children will be working your nerves. They may try to challenge you a little more. Happens every time Mars in the fifth. They may try to get little attitudes and point at you, you know, the Mars arrow coming from your children. All right. So you may need to check them. Okay. Mars in the fifth can be, you have more fierce, active energy to put towards hobbies, sports, and even activities with your kids, or protect your kids a little bit more. Be more like fierce, you know, towards making sure everything is good with your children. But it is a very fun energy. You'll feel energized in general because it's a fellow fire sign. So get out and have some fun. Go do some fun activities. Get out of the house, Sagittarius. And I mean, you guys usually don't like to stay home anyway as a sign in itself, but it's really going to bring more of that out of you, of that adventurous side, and like, let's go here, let's go there, let's just have fun, let's have a good time. It's a party energy. All right. So woo, enjoy that, Sag. So Capricorn, rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is in your fourth house. So this is your home environment. This is your family. So a lot of Capricorns may be moving. I know at least one that is, okay, one Capricorn that's moving, guaranteed. Another one that is thinking about moving during this period of Mars and Aries. And maybe they just might get that fire under their butt and be like, you know what? No more thinking. I'm just going to do, and I'm going to move. So this is your physical energy applied towards something to do with your house. So if you're not moving, maybe it's renovating, it's fixing things around the house. Sometimes things can break down and you have to solve that problem of it breaking down when Mars is in your fourth house. I remember one year Mars was in my fourth and our garage door broke, and the water heater stopped working during that time too. It was really irritating, but we got it fixed. You know what I mean? Some stuff may come up like that. Conflicts with family can pop up, to be honest. They can start agitating you, getting on your nerves. Or maybe you might be agitating them, you know, poking that Mars arrow at your family. So just be conscious and aware that this energy is like, this influence is very like jarring. It has the potential to be very jarring and towards others in the realm in which it transits, which is your family or people in your house, even your pets. You know, maybe they can start being a little irritating a little more, but you got to like try to, you know, keep your patience and everything. It's just going to be a little harder too, but it's not impossible. But yeah, fixing things around your house, moving things, rearranging things, lots of energy put into the home and family life. So for Aquarius, so if you're an Aquarius rising, sun, or moon, Mars in Aries is in your third house. So you guys will be super active. You guys will be running around everywhere like Tasmanian devils. You guys are kind of got this Gemini thing going on, because Gemini in third house, they like correspond to one another energetically. So you'll be like over here, over there, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, like multitasking type of an energy. You may be taking a lot of short trips around the way, around your neighborhood, around your city. If you don't have people asking you for things to go these places, you will just find things to do, maybe because you're easily bored. Your attention span is a lot shorter with Mars in the third. So you'll be like, you know what, I'm going to go over here. You know what, I think I'm going to go over here. Now I'm going to go there. You know what I mean? It is good for multitasking, although third house energy, when you try to multitask, sometimes it ends up with you start something, then you get bored and you start another thing, and then you get bored and you start another thing. And then you have all these like scattered projects that are unfinished. So try not to, you know, go in that direction, but it is good for like having lots of mental agility too. Mars in the third, be careful driving during that transit, because Mars can be injury and, you know, crashes into things, and the third house is driving. Okay. Be careful with conflicts with siblings, conflicts with neighbors, and even like co-workers, people that you see on a day-to-day basis in the little places that you go. And that can include work sometimes. I've had Mars in the third bring co-worker conflicts in the past. I've paid attention to that. And yeah, it can be So that's what it is for Aquarius. So for Pisces, if you're a Pisces sun, rising, or moon, Mars and Aries will be in your second house. So all your action, energy, and drive will be put towards your money. All the water signs may be working overtime January and up through mid-February. So you are no exception, Pisces. Mars in the second is going after that cash. That means working extra, working another job, working multiple jobs, having multiple streams of income. That can mean overtime at your current job if you have one job. That can mean also sometimes, because Mars is a little reckless, and it's in the second house of money. Maybe some of you guys could be a little reckless with your money. Instead of like going after earning it, you're like spend, woohoo, you know? So, I mean, if you live that lifestyle, Pisces, coolness. If you don't, be aware, okay? Be cautious and be aware. But yeah, Mars in the second, you could possibly have some property, like some personal items that you like, because Mars is like reckless, it could be very active. Maybe you like accidentally break some of your stuff, you know? So just be aware that that can happen too with Mars in the second. But that's mainly what it is, Pisces, going after that money. It's a really good transit for that, for accumulating lots of money and resources, and maybe some conflicts over resources can arise. You know, you may be also a sign that could battle it out with like the water bill company or the electric company or something over, you know, something popped up and you're like, I wasn't expecting this. Like, hello, what is this? What are these extra charges? And you'll need to kind of battle it out with them over getting your money. Or even with your employers, if you feel like you're not being paid enough, maybe this could be a transit to where you're like, you know what, I'm finally going to stand up and tell them what's up, that I'm worth a lot more than what I'm getting paid. I'm tired of not saying anything because I try to be a nice Pisces and everything, but now I'm going to stand up and say something and demand what I deserve, what I'm worth. Okay. So you may be doing that with your employers too. So that's it, you guys. That's it for the forecast for December 28th through January 4th, 2019. Have a very safe and happy New Year's Eve. Have a wonderful start to 2019. You know what? I laugh all the time. Maybe it's because I'm a sixth houser. You know, sixth housers and Virgos, we laugh at people who who mispronounce things and misspell things. We can't help it, all right? But I always laugh when people say Happy New Year's. What are you doing for New Year's with an S on the end? And I'm like, how many New Years are occurring? As far as I know, it's only one. You know what I'm saying? So people say New Year's, Happy New Year's. What are you doing for the New Year's? Okay. So Happy New Year's, plural to you guys, or singular, however you say it. Yes, be safe out there. Saturn may check you. Okay. Or he may make you think twice about what you're doing. So it's up to you. But I should be back next week. If not, it's because I'm still working out a bunch of huge personal life things. Okay. And I will be back as soon as possible if you don't see me. But I love you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Look forward to this number 3 year. Like I said, it's a little more lighthearted energy than 2018. Woof, it's been a crazy ride this year, hasn't it, you guys? Oh my goodness. OMG. I could sit here and ponder on it and talk about it forever, but I have to peace out. So I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves.